Today I am back in my kitchen, y'all, trying out some viral TikTok recipes that I cannot stop watching on repeat to see if they're actually as good and delicious as they look. This is wild. And speaking of going viral on TikTok, my friends over at Cricut are all over TikTok right now, and they're sponsoring this video. Thank you, Cricut, for sponsoring this video and also helping me make this adorable shirt. I made this, you guys. Okay, let's jump into these TikTok recipes. Let's talk about this feta pasta that was trending. I'm a little late to the trend. It was so popular that some countries ran out of feta cheese. It is this super easy, just a few ingredients needed feta pasta, but there was also another version of this pasta that was going viral. And instead of feta, I'm using a cheese called Boursin, and this one also went viral. We have the feta version and we have the Boursin version, and I'm gonna taste test both today to see which one of them is actually the better of the two. So both of the recipes are simple and basically identical. You're gonna add cherry tomatoes, your block of cheese, whether that be feta or Boursin. Then you're gonna drizzle everything with olive oil, salt and pepper, and oregano and parsley or whatever Italian seasonings you have on hand. Then you're gonna add garlic. Then all you have to do is bake it in the oven at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. And then when you pull it out, it looks like this. It's beautiful, it's creamy. It looks very, very gourmet. Here are my two pastas. Maybe I should try the original OG feta first. Let's do this. Hot. It's good. It's kind of what I expected. It isn't as mind-blowing as people on TikTok made it out to be. They're like, this is the best thing you've ever eaten, you know, because they want views. I would say that's a good 7 out of 10. I think it's better than if you were just making pasta with pasta sauce from the store at home, but it doesn't taste restaurant grade, which is what I was hoping it would be. But maybe the Boursin would change my mind. With the Boursin, one of the commenters were like, don't put Boursin on TikTok. It's our best kept secret. We don't want it to sell out. So I actually have higher expectations for this one than I did for that one. This one seems like niche, exclusive, cheese community exclusive. I already said exclusive. Oh my gosh. Feta, who? The Boursin cheese makes this dish restaurant level. This is a 9.5 out of 10. I think you could use some meat. Like, that's the only thing it's missing. This one has so much more depth to it with the seasoning in the cheese. You know, feta just kind of has like the feta note that it plays. That's the feta note. The Boursin has lots of other herbs and spices inside of it, so you get the Boursin cheese, but it has these elements of other flavors that put this one way over the top. I'm gonna take a second bite. This is so good. This next recipe is actually the reason why I wanted to do this video. The original video of this on TikTok got over 12 million views. It is this Oreo layered cake. So for this, we're gonna do a layer of Oreo cookies, a half a can of condensed milk. You're gonna layer it with Cool Whip. You're gonna use just basic chocolate fudge cake that you get from the grocery store. Sprinkle a layer of that on. And you're not supposed to mix it, even though you're tempted, because it looks like this won't be good. Then you're gonna slice about 3/4 of a stick of butter into small slices. Then you're gonna layer them equally distanted. Then you're gonna layer them equally distant. Sure, that works. On top of your concoction or your concaketion. I'll be here all week. You can subscribe if you want more of that. Then you're gonna bake it at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes or so. Here is my Oreo cake concaketion. It doesn't smell as fragrant as I thought. It kind of also looks a little weird. Doesn't it look like the bottom of your shoe when you've stepped in something? There's a very small part of me that's an adult that's like, let's cut out a slice. But I'm like, why not save a dish? Ride a horse, save a dish. Oh my gosh. This is something that has never been invented before. It's almost like a brownie, but almost more like a cake, but almost like an Oreo, but some mixture in between. It needs its own name. Concoction. Duh, it's rich. This tastes like something you would get at Chili's as a dessert option. There'd be a line around the building. Before I jump into my next recipe, I need your thoughts on some food-inspired merch. I don't currently have merch, but I am toying around with the idea. I was actually able to create all of the samples that I had in mind using my Cricut Explore Air 2. Like I mentioned, Cricut is sponsoring this video, so I want you to vote in the comments below on which item you like the best. This is my new Cricut Explore Air 2. This is the ultimate smart cutting machine. It can cut over 100 different materials. If you're a DIYer or a person who likes to make customized clothing, mugs, cards, labels, literally anything you can imagine, you absolutely need this in your arsenal. So I did play around with a couple of fun food phrases that I wanted to apply to some of these shirts. One shirt says, I came for the snacks. This is a sports bra that I customized with a little logo that I created in the Cricut app that says food athlete. This one says peace, love, and pizza. I love this one. I wish I'd done it in a different color, but it says extra sauce, please. But that's the beauty of Cricut, is you can play around, change things. If it doesn't work, you can try something else. I added the text and graphics to the Cricut app, and then I tweaked kind of the size of them to make them exactly how I wanted. And then the Cricut Explore Air 2 did all of the cool Cricut making work by cutting out all the words and images that I made on the Cricut iron-on sheets. Once the Cricut Explore Air 2 has cut out your logos, then you pull the cut words from the vinyl, and then you add it to the shirt, and then you set them actually using the Cricut Easy Press, which is super convenient because unlike a normal iron, the Cricut press is broader and wider, and it has a more even heat so that you know that your logo and your image is going to transfer perfectly. You can put your images anywhere. I added this one right to the neckline because I thought it was just interesting and small and cute, and it was something that you don't really see everywhere. But I think my favorite shirt that I created was this shirt. This image was taken from a list that Matt wrote when he was 5 years old. He made a list of everything that he wanted in his partner. The first thing was that his partner be hot with 2 T's. If you follow me on my vlogs, you know Matt and I love to cook together. So the second item on his list was cooks good. He was 5. He was 5. So we actually made a shirt. We traced out Matt's handwriting, was able to import it into the Cricut app, then cut out Matt's legitimate handwriting, and then we added it to the shirt. I think this shirt is my favorite thing of all time. So if you want to try your Cricut Explore Air 2 and make some adorable gear for your own life, click the link in the description below. I've always wanted to make edible cookie dough. I'm a person who will eat raw cookie dough without any fear of salmonella. I mean, you guys have seen me eat a lot of expired food on this channel. I'm not really afraid. There's a TikTok chef. She's like a cute young teenager. She was pushing out this recipe that looked good, but I was definitely skeptical. All it is a half a cup of flour, 1 tablespoon of white sugar, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, a pinch of salt, 1 tablespoon of partly melted butter, a splash of vanilla, and then you add in all of your desired toppings, and then you mix it up. Honestly, it took me a minute to get it mixed. It was kind of clumpy, so you have to just work with it for about 5 to 10 minutes and just constantly stir it. So it doesn't really yield a lot of cookie dough. I thought after all that work it would be more, but it's really just kind of like 1/3 of a cup. I'm nervous. What? Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is so good. Wait. This is way better than I anticipated because there aren't that many ingredients in here, and I was like, how is all this gonna make something delicious? This is really good. Let's be real, it doesn't taste like real cookie dough, if we're being honest with ourselves. But I do think it's a really good version of what it is. This is way more than you need. It's very rich. It has an essence of cookie dough in it, but it almost tastes like something else. It almost tastes like birthday cake or something. But I bet you this would be really good with like sprinkles or peanut butter cups crushed in, or Oreos. You could add a lot to this to make it even more special. Because it doesn't taste exactly like cookie dough, my brain goes, oh, this is a healthy version. I could eat more of this, right? You are so good. I doubted you, but never again. Let me know if you have tried any of these recipes in the comments and which one is your favorite, or if you have any tips on how to make them actually better. And thank you so much again to Cricut for sponsoring this video. I'll put a link in the description where you can pick up your own Cricut Explore Air 2 or any of the Cricut products they offer. And don't forget to vote on the merch.